Hey, Globetrotters! Are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passportbros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passportbros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passportbros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
And we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man, BMT. And I got a great guest today, man, by the name of Dinas Amir. I'm going to bring him on in a second. I've been following this guy for years, actually, all the way back when I was in Atlanta. I saw what he was doing as far as, going to West Africa, Nigeria, and things like that. Real good vlogger, man. I want to go ahead and welcome on the show my man, Dinas Amir. What's going on,
Hey,
Dinas?
peace, family. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So I've been following you for quite some time, brother. When did you start your YouTube channel up?
I would say I started posting content probably back in 2012, maybe, but I didn't get really active and consistent until probably 2016-ish.
Okay. And your YouTube channel, man, was it because you was doing some monster numbers? What did you have one of the YouTube channels when it just kind of off the gate started getting a massive amount of numbers when you start traveling to West Africa?
Right. No. So yeah, well, once I started getting being consistent and posting, the numbers started to grow. Because at that time, with the algorithm and people interested in traveling to Africa, I was one of the only few people that were actually 10 toes down on the ground posting content. So, but now that it's somewhat saturated now. So
okay. I want to go ahead and pull some of your videos up while we here real quick, just so you guys can kind of take a look at some of your most popular videos, man. You did some numbers, 2.8 million, 980,000. Because you're right, you was probably the first one to have boots on the ground out there in Africa. But why do you think it's been kind of this emergence of new travelers and content creators in that travel market?
That's a good question. What people do was trending, because it started the trend, especially with Africa. Because when I started, as far as documenting and vlogging and posting from Africa and content from Africa, it was just really me. There was another girl who's a black American woman who's she's in Namibia. She was one of the first as well, but it wasn't too many people out there. Then it just started getting trendy.
Okay. Now, I know back in like 2012, 2013, I want to say that was like a reemergence of the black conscious space. I don't want to say it pro-black, the hoteps kind of space. Was you like, did you start doing like the Pan-Africanism thing like right around that time frame?
Well, not necessarily. I've always been affiliated with the conscious community all the way back to 2000 and I would say 2006. So, but as far as on YouTube, I really started being active, really 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And is there like a somewhat, because you're in that area in Atlanta where it's like, I want to say, that's actually the area that I was born in and grew up in, actually, right around that little area. But there's kind of like right around that college area, it seems like it's kind of like a conscious community, like a small vegan,
I would say
around there.
I would say where I live, the West End is definitely, I would call it the Harlem of Atlanta, the West End.
Right.
Right.
That's what, you know what? It's funny, man, because I tell people all the time when they talk about like, Atlanta and the South being this and being that. And I'm like, bro, the area I grew up in, because I was right around that Camden Road, Oakland City, like right around the corner from it. So I could walk to the West End. You're right. It is like the Black Harlem because everybody is like Black business owners. You got you did have the Martha Jean Church, Ebenezer Church right up the street. It was a different type of energy there. Like it wasn't like a crabs in a barrel bucket type of thing. It was like, oh, you got a Black business.
The crab in the barrel mentality is definitely, it's still here in Atlanta.
Okay,
but I would say this: it's more prevalent. I mean, it's here in Atlanta, the crab in the barrel mentality. Yeah, it's here now. I think the difference is maybe the Grady babies, as I call them. People who actually were born and grew up in Atlanta aren't necessarily as crab in the barrel, but people who come and relocate to Atlanta might be the problem.
That's a good spot. That's a good point.
That's a good point. So,
and I actually not born in Grady. I was born in Crawford Long. So
okay, man, well, Crawford Long is gone too. Crawford Long is gone, so it's not there anymore.
Oh, it is. Oh, damn.
I think Crawford Long. It was. Hold on, I take that back. Was Crawford Long off of Peachtree or was it on Moreland? I'm sorry,
that was off of
Boulevard.
Peachtree. That was off Peachtree.
It's still there, but they changed the name. I don't think it's no longer Crawford Long.
So it might be Atlanta Medical Center gone now because that's off Boulevard.
The one on Atlanta, which one was on? Which one was on Boulevard? Was that AMC? Atlanta?
Yeah, that was AMC. Yep.
That one's gone.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. It's a whole different city. But are you originally? You're not originally from there, are you? You kind of.
No, I'm from California originally.
Okay, so you came to Atlanta.
I came in early though. I came in. I came in 2000. So I went to the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. So
okay,
I've been in Georgia since 2000. I left in 2008. And moved back to Cali. Then I came back in 2014. So I spent the majority of my adult life here in Georgia.
Yeah, I saw that, man. You was actually a running back for UJ, right? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You're right. Go Dogs. We love our football out there.
Go Dogs.
All right. Hold on. I got everybody in the chat. I want to welcome everybody in the chat. We got 50 in the room already. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. If you want to ask some questions, do us a solid and make sure to super chat these questions. All right. So even though we got the title is why Passport Bros should go to Nigeria. That's not actually your statement.
Well, let me ask you this. What exactly, if you can define a passport bro, what exactly is a passport
bro? Oh, that's easy. So a passport bro is, I've always defined it as an ideology. All right. It's not an organization. It doesn't have a membership or anything like that. It's a mindset. And it's guys coming from the West, right? Whether it be London, Britain, United States, coming from the West, looking for traditional relationships. And also, because it's a different tiers of passport bros, but the main ones are looking for more traditional relationships and also leveraging their American dollar to go further for a better lifestyle. That's my definition of a passport bro. And I've been standing on that as one of the original guys who coined the phrase back in 2020. All the way back in 2020, I've been standing on that. That's my definition of a passport, bro.
Okay.
Now, there might be other guys that might say they're this, they're that, they're other. But for the most part, guys like me and Andre and other guys, that's our definition of a passport, bro.
Okay. Repeat that last part again.
What you say, trying to...
Yeah, so Passport Bros is just an ideology that...
pretty much want an easier lifestyle in leveraging our American dollar overseas because it goes further.
Okay.
So instead of working 80 hours a week, and paying $2,500 a month in an apartment or something, we might be in Colombia somewhere where our apartment is $500-$600 a month.
Okay,
right.
Cool.
That's my definition of a passport.
Okay, cool.
Now, what went viral, that's something different. When things go viral, they go viral, and the people that represent the content that goes viral, they might have a different narrative and why they call them passport bros, right? So we went viral about 2 years ago. it started off with Austin, and then O'Shea did a lot of content, and then everybody that was traveling that was a brother was deemed a Passport Bro.
Right.
So Passport Bros is actually, I always say Passport Bros is a victim of its popularity more so than the others.
Gotcha.
Because it's something that started organically. It's something that started positive. You know, guys, mainly black men traveling the world saying, you know what, man, this is dope out here in Thailand. You know, I enjoy this lifestyle. You just laid back. You know, my rent is $300-400 a month. That was the Passport Bro thing.
Right.
It was never a, oh, we hate black women and we hate women. It was never that. It was never that.
Okay. Okay.
But that's one of the things that did get put in the forefront because it was controversial. And anything that controversial in this day and age is going to go viral.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So that's my definition.
Okay.
But what have you heard about the Passport Bros?
I just I mean the stereotype is going overseas and chasing I would say in search of women at a discount rate, if that makes sense.
Okay. That's I don't know if that's a stereotype, but that might be.
But that's the saying. That's I get from your definition of Passport, bro. The definition that's out there is completely different. But you know, going overseas. You know, here we go. Leaving Western women. You know, getting away from Western women. In search of more non-Western women. You know, that don't have the values that a lot of these Western women have. That's kind of the definition of Passport Bros that
you've seen.
Right, but I just wanted
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Like I say, it's definitely because I had a conversation with my man Zoe, Barber World Zoe, and he's not a big fan of the Passport Bros, or at least the terminology behind it, because he feel like it lumps us all into something. But it's when something just organically goes viral, it's not too much you can do. You know what I'm saying? When people just start making content, deeming it Passport Bro content, right. Or hashtagging it Passport Bros, because that's what gets them views, and that's what's controversial. So the controversial and the thing, you know what really blew up Passport Bros? I always give Austin credit because he was one of the main ones that ignited the conversation. But what really made Passport Bros go viral was the women.
Right. The women. Right.
Yeah. The TikTok is where it just blew up. Have you heard these guys called the Passport Bros?
Right. So I would say the Passport Bros are in search of non-Westernized, as far as mindset, women. Right.
Basically.
And because the Passport Bros are coming with the US dollar, they can use their US dollar to leverage in attainment of non-Westernized women,
right?
Because overseas,
because our dollar goes further, our American dollar goes further. Our women don't have to work 40-50 hours a week for somebody else,
right? So we can
be the financial provider, so to say, and some men are looking for that.
Right.
So that would be one of the things, or one of the talking points for Passport Bros. But then again, you do got some guys who consider themselves Passport Bros that are married to American women, right? Like one of my business partners just had a baby with an American woman. He's been married for a couple of years to an American woman, but she understands why guys are becoming Passport Bros. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So she kind of gets it, and she travels the world with him.
Oh, wow.
But guess what? She doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Let me give a couple shout outs in the chat room. Shout out to AJ Nija, W and Mustafa, and my boy Tyler Tooks. They've all been on trips with me to Africa. So shout out to them. Have to acknowledge.
I think I know my man Mustafa. I think Mustafa been on the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to all of them. You know, they've been on trips with me to Africa. So
okay, let's talk about that for a minute, real quick. So you put together these trips to go
experiences. Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, experiences to go to Nigeria or West Africa in general.
So Senegal, Nigeria. I'm taking a group to Nigeria in August. Taking a group to Zanzibar in September. Doing Benin Republic in January We just got back from Senegal. In fact, T Tooks and AJ Niger, they were with me in Senegal.
Okay.
Just got back in this past May. So, I curate trips. I take groups to Africa. The brand is called Donfo, and we've been curating trips to Africa since 2019. And we're at the intersection where African travel and culture meets. So that's what we do.
Okay. That sounds good, man. Can you give us like maybe one of the experiences or one of the events?
Right. So we're going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival.
Okay. All right. Is that the festival that you had that went viral? You did the video with? I think it's this one right here. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. This is what one of your biggest videos. It was like 2.5 million or something like that. Hold on. Right here.
Oh, that's the Voodoo Festival. So we're doing that. We're doing that in January.
Okay. And I think a lot of Passport Bros get a lot of criticism on maybe not, going to Africa, maybe going to more Latin countries. Most guys go to Colombia, DR, stuff like that.
It seems as if the Passport Bros are into more racially ambiguous women, so that's probably why they go there. From my observation.
Okay. Now that a lot of guys are dating like Afro women though, for the most part.
In Colombia and in Thailand.
Not in Thailand.
I see the majority. I'm saying the majority of the Passport Bros I see are in Southeast Asia, and they're in like Central South America, and I see them with more Latina on the lighter side, and of course in Thailand with Asian women. I don't see a lot of them with African women. I see them more with like.
And you're in the Facebook. You're in our Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a balance. I think it's a balance. I still see the majority of.
I don't know, man. When I'm in that Facebook group, I don't see too many brothers with, African women when they're in Central, South America or in Colombia.
Now, what do you define as African women?
There's no confusion, like you're African. None of that ambiguous, racially ambiguous, Afro Latina. Like,
so what's
you brown,
light skin?
you got
light skin is. Do you say the light skin to be African?
Yeah, but again, the women I see, if they're light skinned, they got straight hair, where it's like they got European hair, so they're Latina.
So do you take like not necessarily a personal issue, but is that one of them things that you just like you don't understand?
No. Listen, you have a right to date what you want. Which your preference is your preference.
Okay, so you're not with the Dr. Umar like.
No, man. Listen. Hey, your preference is your preference. Date who you want.
All right. Shout out to my man, the friendly Massandra says, great point, Prince. They go to Latin America to get black women with some white in them. So
but I would say with the majority of, not some, I would say they get white women with some black in them. But that's fine. That's completely fine.
Right. I mean, we can kind of agree or disagree with that because I see most of the brothers with, I would think like black women, black Latino women. That's what I would say. Light skin, brown skin, caramel. That's what I see. Now Asia, that's different. Of course,
right.
That's totally different. I agree with you there. But for the most part, I see brothers with Afro-ish Latinas.
Afro-ish, keyword ish.
Yeah, Afro-ish.
Okay, ish, exactly, ish.
Right. So in Nigeria, do you see a lot of Black Americans there in your when you visit?
But the majority of Black Americans right now, they're more focused on like Ghana, South Africa, and Kenya primarily.
Okay.
So that's where they're primarily going. Like me, I think Nigeria is the better fit. If you ask me, I'm way more pro Nigeria.
Okay, pro Nigeria. Now, I don't know if you saw this video, but we had like a big kind of debate. You say about Nigeria and its safety. We had two guys. One guy was actually Nigerian. The other guy I think he was like, my man is Black American and Nigerian, something like that. and they was kind of going back and forth on saying Nigeria is dangerous. The other guy saying no, it's not dangerous. Like, what's the opinion? Is it dangerous or no?
So I was in the actual when I was in I'm still in the group, but I noticed and I noticed this from a lot of passport bros when they properly practice to Colombia. You guys have like these weird safety practices, like hide your watch, tuck your chain in.
Facts.
I ain't gotta do none of that shit anywhere in Africa. When I'm in Africa, I'm wearing my watches.
Okay.
I'm wearing my chains out.
Okay.
I ain't gotta do none of, hide this, hide that. When you bring a girl back to your room, hide this, hide that. When you bring a girl back to your hotel room, check with the front desk to make sure she's not a scammer. I've never had to do any of that anywhere in Africa. That's just weird to me. Okay. So I would say it's more dangerous in Colombia than it is in Nigeria because I don't have to do none of that. Like I said, I wear my watches, I wear my chains. I don't have to move like how you guys have to move in Colombia. Like I'm watching videos of men in Colombia getting ran down on camera and getting murdered on camera for their chains. I ain't got to deal with none of that in Africa.
That's true.
And to me, that's just that's a weird struggle. Like you go all the way to Colombia to tuck in your chain and hide your watch. And girl, you gotta check in with the front desk to make sure she's okay. I ain't gotta deal with none of that shit. That's weird to me. And it keep to marketing these and pushing these countries where you gotta go through all that. Why even go? Like I don't have to deal with none of that anywhere in Africa. Getting robbed by women, like getting set up by women. You had the brother. In fact, I think he's from Atlanta. He was in Colombia, had real estate. Girl set him up and had him killed. Right? Am I?
That was the one in Barranquilla, I believe.
Yeah. You got to move a certain way. Listen, I get to Africa, I'm good. I move around how I want. I catch public. I'm on the public transportation. I'm on the Danfos. I move around like how I want. I ain't gotta do none of that in Colombia. It's just. It's
you mean Nigeria?
I'm sorry. In Africa, period, including Nigeria, I don't have to do none of that. Okay. And it's just. I just. If you ask me.
So this is some things that I've heard from. I guess you want to say. I don't know if that makes any sense, but what do you call people that were born in America but parents are Nigerian? I don't know if you want to call
Nigerians born in America, first generation.
Okay, first generation Nigerians. So what they tell me is that if I go to Nigeria, I'll get kidnapped, and I have to go with them.
Have to ask them like, where in Nigeria are you going? Another question you have to ask them is how often do they go back home?
Now, some of these guys, I think my guy has never been in Nigeria, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So their parents might have had a bad experience and they just feed their children that, and then they're afraid to go back.
Okay. Why don't you think, and we'll get back to that, but why don't you think that Black Americans and Africans have more of this camaraderie similar to, let's say Latinos, how they, go back to South America, even though they're born in America, they still kind of have this line back to their home countries or their base countries. What happened with Black Americans and Africans and stuff like that, like West Africans per se, where we're supposed
when you say Black Americans in West Africa, like
Black Americans are supposed to be West African.
Oh, okay. I just think Black Americans have been here for so long that I think a lot of them aren't interested in going back. I mean, they consider America as their homeland. I mean.
Do you consider America to be your homeland?
I consider it to be a home.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I have a home here, but it's like I'm not limited to America.
Do you feel like Black Americans should try to open up that relationship? Is it Black Americans that are kind of withholding on the relationship, or is it the Africans that's kind of withholding? Like, who has to make the first step to kind of?
I mean, I think it has to be mutual, but I don't think one side has to wait for the other. Like I didn't wait for an African to come to me and beg me to come back to Africa. It was a Black American who told me, "Hey, you should go to Africa," and I went. And I loved it.
Okay, so you did a
2011.
Okay, you did a video. I'm not gonna put the audio in the video.
How about getting
this is one of my favorite videos.
your shipping rates calculated?
Get the damn commercial out the way. But this is one of the videos that I really enjoy. It says, when people say the slave trade didn't exist, show them this. Oh damn, hold on, I might have lost you for a second. Here we go. So
yeah, that's at Elmina Castle in Ghana. In Cape Coast.
Okay, so some people are saying through issues are saying that Black Americans are really indigenous to the Americas. They're not really African.
No. It's self-hate. It's I think I don't think the problem is being African is not sexy, so people don't want to associate with it. So and then also too, whatever white people find value in, then we follow behind them. So white people have found value in the United States of America, so now we want claim to it. Since white people have not found value in romanticizing Africa, a lot of Black people are turned off by it. But once white people do, then all of a sudden we'll start claiming Africa again. You got to think about it. It's like we go through these stages. So you have Black people who are saying now that they're the Hebrews, that they're from Israel. Why? Because white people value and romanticize Israel and the Bible. So now we want to come and say, "Oh, that's us." Same thing with Egypt and the pyramids. White people value it. We want to say it's ours. But we did play, Black Africans did play a role in the building of the pyramids. That's a historical fact. But we worship that because, again, white people found value in it. Now come to America. White people, America, for what it's known for, is a powerful country. They find value in it. White people. So now all of a sudden, we, the original Aboriginal Black people of America.
Okay,
but
so
we don't have that same pride in Africa because white people have not romanticized it and found value. That's what it is.
Now, what do you think that's because Africans didn't try to reach out and at any point in time?
Oh man, all this reach out. I mean, they did, but again, it's just until white people find value in it, we don't find value in it. It's like we're no longer really explorers anymore. Like we talk about how we were these explorers and we did that and did that. We Black people are very comfortable now. We're very comfortable. We don't want to push ourselves and get out of our comfort zone. So like even like with Africa, we only go to we only want to go to the developed countries, or what we call so-called developed countries. Those are the only countries we want to go to. We only consider South Africa, Kenya, maybe Ghana, but we don't want to go to Nigeria because of the media. Meanwhile, when I go to Africa, white people and Chinese people are everywhere. Okay. Like we're afraid of adversity. The adversity that comes with being first or leading the pack or setting a trend. Like we want to be comfortable. So I'm kind of going off on a tangent now. Okay, no, but I think that's why a lot of Black people, the reason why they don't want to go to Africa is because of what the media says in regards to the development of it. Lack of development of it. So we're afraid of that. So we want to go to places that white people find value in and have already developed and stake their claim, that we want to follow right behind them. And that's what I'm noticing.
Okay. All right, we got our first super chat of the day. I want to give a shout out to my man Flight Madness. Is always a guest on the show. He says, maybe I need to find me an African queen with them. All right. Shout out to my man, Flight Madness. I appreciate the $5 super chat. All right. They're everywhere because of colonizing. Now, you mentioned something that I have noticed, and I don't know if you saw this in the Facebook group. You might have saw it, might not. But I have noticed, like, it is a lot of white people. I don't know if they're from America, though, going to, like, Nigeria.
They're coming from a lot of them are coming from Europe.
Okay, they're coming from Europe. Now, are they coming, like, on some more of a vacation, or is it more so setting up infrastructure?
A little bit of both. Vacation. They don't want to, after they come, they fall in love. They don't want to go back, and then business. So it's a little bit of both.
Okay. Now, are there any like opportunities that you see? Are there like a lot of opportunities out there in
oh man,
Africa, West Africa?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
For everything. Of course.
Mm-hmm. And you said that because it's a developing country.
Right. So when there's development, there's opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, It's always opportunity when you get in on the ground floor. I mean, that's just how it is. You know, you buy Bitcoin in 2011 versus buying Bitcoin in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, we don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we brag about how we built America, but then we have every excuse on why we can't build anything else. And like we built America because we were forced to. We got our asses whooped. I don't brag about that. Like, build some shit on your own without being whipped every day.
Now, Dinah, you do realize that all black people in America wasn't slaves, right?
Expand on that.
I mean, you had people like Benjamin Banneker that literally built the blueprint for
right. But
the White House.
But he came from DC. But correct me if I'm wrong. He came from a descendant of slaves, right? He didn't come over as a free man, did he?
I mean, but there was. I'm not sure about his background, but there was a percentage of blacks that even owned slaves to a certain degree. Right.
But what I'm saying
is every black person wasn't a slave in America.
But no, I understand that. But I would say the majority of black people here in America were descendants of a slave, whether they were freed later on or, freed before the Emancipation Proclamation or freed after it. They left the South, went to the North, before, the Emancipation Proclamation or whatnot. I mean, but the majority of black people who are here are descendants of enslaved Africans.
Okay. Now, what about the populace of white people that are here from being indentured servants?
What about them?
I mean, they can say the same thing. Did they build America?
I mean, but that's not necessarily the truth. Okay.
So who built America then?
I would say, as far as free labor by the free slave labor from Africa is who laid the foundation of America.
Okay. Now, you do realize the first person that died for America's independence was
Crispus Attucks. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So some people can say that, well, we're the first people that actually died for the formation of this country. So this is our country.
Yeah, but I don't consider that a win. I don't brag about that.
Okay.
I mean, why would you I hear, when I hear so-called FBA, ADOS.
I'll give my next question. You beat me to it.
When they start bragging about we fought in every war. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the majority of the wars in the formation of this country, after when you came back home in your military uniform from Vietnam all the way to the American Revolution, you were treated like shit. So why brag about that?
Mm-hmm.
How is that a win?
Okay.
So from the American Revolution to Vietnam, when you came back in your military outfit, you were treated like shit. That's not a win. So you went out of your way. Either you were drafted or you enlisted to fight for the military to go and spread the same American imperialism that you cry about every day, and you want to brag about it. Just to come home and be treated like crap.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. What do you feel about what's going on with the FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, asking for reparations? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I'll benefit from it, but I don't think the only group that is serious about reparations is in Cobra. Mm-hmm. These other groups, it's for the most part entertainment. You know, it's great for conversations online. You know, great for debate. You know, that's all.
So you don't think it's a chance that foundational Black Americans have a chance at reparations?
Foundational Black Americans don't want reparations.
If
If foundational Black Americans wanted reparations, they could get reparations overnight. But they're not willing to do what's needed to get reparations.
Okay, far as in
Black Americans, they wanted to, they could shut this thing down right now. Don't go to work, leave your sport leagues, separate, and say we're not coming back till we get our reparations. Problem solved. Boycott America. Problem solved.
Okay.
But we don't want to.
All right, so we getting you guys. Yeah, we should have started that debate. We get into the weeds now. Shout out to my man Nat Mees. He says, "Peace, bros. My name was in the chat. Anyone know why?" Nat, you was one of the ones that I believe you said Nigeria was dangerous. I think somebody mentioned.
Hey, listen, I feel safer in Nigeria than I do anywhere in Brooklyn.
Okay. So I mean, I can't speak. I've never been in Nigeria.
I mean, it's just the fact. I feel safer in Lagos, a city of 22 million people, than I do anywhere in New York City. Listen, New York City had to call the National Guard to protect their subways. Period.
Now, do they have any type of what do you say, terrorist issues or Muslim issues?
I would say up north.
Okay.
Up north above Abuja, there's issues. I'll be honest, but I don't go up that far north.
Okay, so basically it's like dangerous areas of Nigeria.
Yeah, it's dangerous areas.
Is Nigeria like the size of Texas? Like, how big is Nigeria? Is that
Nigeria is huge. Nigeria is much bigger than Texas.
Okay.
Nigeria is the damn near size of the whole Southeast America.
And just to clarify, you are a Black American, like foundation.
Correct.
You don't want to use the word foundation Black American, but you.
No, I'm Black American. No, I am Black American.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. By definition, I would be considered FBA ADOS by definition.
Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere.
Somebody see Lawrence Duval. Nigeria is not bigger than Texas. See, this is what people just see. That's why being considered a passport bro, you have to have some type of knowledge of, global. Well, not necessarily, because I couldn't tell you anything about Colombia or South America, but at the same time, I'd be quiet. I'm quiet, and I sit down and I listen. Right.
And this is facts because.
Yeah, but I mean, to say Nigeria is not bigger than Texas is laughable. Like it's laughable. But these are people you call passport bros.
Well,
they're just ignorant. A lot of them are just ignorant.
All right,
Nigeria is not bigger than Texas. Nigeria is not bigger than Texas. That's laughable.
And to Dinah's credit, because first off, everybody's not in the chat's not passport bro. You just got guys that's coming through. Some of these guys actually hate passport bros. But to your credit, you've been in the group for I think forever.
Right, but I haven't been very active. Like I'll pop in, I'll read some posts.
Right. But what I'm saying is you're not one of them guys that be like, why you want to go in? Why you going to go? Guys, just go to Colombia. Why you not doing this? Why you not going to Africa? So
no, I don't do that. Like I said, you have a right to go wherever you want to. It's just what was interesting to me is seeing this list of what to do and what not to do. Which you should have, some type of standard operating procedures when you travel overseas.
Facts.
So when brother was like, when I go to, when I go to Colombia, I got to tuck in my chain, hide my watch, check in with security about the girl I'm bringing in. I'm like, that's too much. That's just too much.
All right. Shout out to my man, Jay Rags, sold Fiesta with the Colombian pesos at 10 mil. I really appreciate that. Says, I joined late, but this is convo supposed to convince Black people to go to Nigeria. I wouldn't say you trying to.
Well, I mean, if you're interested, come. If not, then don't come.
All right. Nack says Nigeria is hella dangerous. Don't let Diners fool you. He's talking about issues, but he's minimizing.
No, dude, this is what I want you to do. Pull up the crime rate in Lagos, Nigeria versus New York City.
I don't know if I can find that, brother.
Just Google crime rate, Lagos, Nigeria, murder. Just crime in general, Lagos, Nigeria, and pull up New York City. Pull up in Lagos, Nigeria, public transportation if they had to bring in their National Guard, like in New York City.
How much time have you spent out there in Nigeria? Have you pretty much ever?
I'm there like so I'll be back in August. I was just there last month.
Nigeria is very safe compared to the United States. The latest data I found is for 2019 with a rate of homicide 21 people to 100,000 population, a large decline from 2016. Oh, that didn't pop up. Let me pull that up on the screen. So I mean, that's there you go, right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big comparison. And just being in New York, being in Lagos, it's laughable. Like when people bring up the whole, not saying Nigeria is perfect, not saying Lagos is perfect, it has its issues, but you know, every single major city here in America that us black folks love to claim and brag about. I'm from LA, I'm from Compton, I'm from Baltimore, I'm from DC, I'm from New York City, I'm from Houston. Is dangerous to 99% of the cities out there on the planet. I mean, hell, there was only in America, in Round Rock, Texas, and in Oakland, there was this mass shootings at Juneteenth festivals. Come on,
that's true.
This is supposed to be ADOS. We got free today.
Is it safer?
We got free today.
Do you consider it to be safer than Atlanta?
No.
Nigeria is not safer than Atlanta.
No. I'm sorry. Lagos is safer than Atlanta.
Okay.
You got to understand, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport here in Atlanta is probably Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the airport of Los Angeles, airport of Miami are three of the most sex traffic, dope smuggling, gun smuggling airports on the planet. Look it up.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I have heard that people say that you could get shook down going through Nigeria's airport.
You just say no. I mean, they might say, but big man, small, big man, small. You just say no. Oh God, don't have me on the oh God.
Okay.
Me on the and call. You know, you don't have.
I think the biggest advantage. I want
to address a comment. Kim Banks said you lost me on Incorpora, bro. I want you to prove to me with facts that FBA and ADOS, those movements have been more effective than Incorpora.
I don't even know what Incorpora is. You got to educate me on that.
Just prove me wrong. Incorpora is one of the leaders when it came to reparations.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that pretty much started it. Prove me wrong.
Okay. See, I didn't want to get too deep into the politics.
But go ahead.
No, well, what I was going to say was,
I mean that is a problem as far as you know.
Keep interrupting me, brother.
Let me ask you this: Do you guys have that problem when you go through airports in Bogota or in Colombia where people like small, or give me?
No, never.
Okay.
Never. But I will say one of the advantages that guys can look forward to is there's no language barrier. Everybody speaks English in Nigeria, correct?
Correct.
So that's a big one. That's a big one. But as far as to go back to, I can only speak for myself and the people that I know, but I have heard incidents of them stealing in the airport. Like you're not getting your bags and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, when I was flying out of Rio Hacha back to Medellin, I was with a Colombian woman and they was asking me to pay extra money. Right? I'm like, well, I got to pay extra money. Like, and she was like, no, you need to pay them extra money or they're probably going to steal your bag. So
I mean, like I said, this happens in the so-called developing countries. It's, you know, it happens. So.
Okay. Now, I'm going to catch a couple of questions. Somebody said, do you have issues with the Passport Bros?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
That's fair, man. You know, and that's
why I don't. Why would I have no? Why would
because, you know, it's you know, I would think that some guys will have some type of criticisms of brothers going to Latin countries or Asian countries and not.
Listen, you have your U.S. passport that gives you the right to travel wherever you want to. None of my business.
Okay. Somebody said I got stopped by the police in Bogota and San Andreas Island Airport. Let's talk about the police out there. The police out there, you know, they're a little A little shaky.
I mean, they'll pull you over. I mean, depending, they'll pull you over and whatever. You know, I got pulled over. My last trip, I got pulled over. They went through my bags and then they let me go.
Okay.
But that happens here in America.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've been pulled over. Let's go through your stuff. And they go through my stuff and let me go. So what happens?
All right, we got 161 in the room. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure to hit that like button. I also want to discuss about the food over there, brother. How's the food out there?
Oh, it's delicious.
Okay.
I would say Senegalese food is the best, better than Nigerian. I mean, Nigeria isn't in like my top 5, but it's still good.
Because I'll be watching some of your content, and that's all you do is pretty much, it's kind of like you definitely do a lot on the food, but I wouldn't consider you to be a food channel per se. But you definitely, is the food out there as good as the food in Atlanta, Georgia?
I'm going to tell you, you know what's interesting? It's hard to find good soul food spots. Like it's hard to find good soul food out of somebody's house.
You talking
outside
about
of somebody's grandma making that at the house. Like there's not.
Oh, you talking about Atlanta?
Well, I'm saying in Atlanta. Like
okay.
I guess you mean like Black American soul food, right?
Right. Yeah.
I haven't eaten at too many good Black American soul food restaurants ever.
Oh, okay.
The best Black American soul food restaurant that I've eaten at, there's a spot in LA called M&M's. It was off the chain. But outside of that, I've never really eaten any just go into a restaurant at Black American soul food. I never have. Too many.
No, I'm not in Atlanta right now, but I gotta take you to a few spots, my brother.
Where'd you take me? Where'd you take me?
Right down Camilton Road to what's that brother name? What's his name? Big Daddy's.
Okay, Big Daddy's is cool because Big Daddy's, he has a location on Panola and he has a location on Old National.
And on Camilton Road. Yeah, he got a couple.
And off of Camilton Road. Big Daddy's is cool. Big Daddy's is cool.
Yeah. I mean, we can say this is it.
Their ribs are good.
This is it. Is a soul food spot, right?
This is it. It's cool. I like their sweet potato souffle. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's not better than Nigeria.
I know about the city now. Shout out to my man Nat Measy with $6. I guess that's a British pound. BMT, would you Google Lagos versus New York City crime rate for an honest comparison, please? He's capping. I mean, that's what came up. That's what the first thing that came up.
It's what it is.
I mean, I can. It'll take.
I mean, you got to think about it. Whenever your governor says we need National Guard at the subway, at public transportation, I mean, what else is there to argue about?
And I want to talk about this too. Italian Stallion, aka the Gangster Bankster, with a $5 super chat says African women have a higher percentage of traditional women than Latin America or Asia. I've been to the Dominican Republic and Ghana wins. What would you say about that?
See, I've never been to Latin America.
No, I'm talking about as far as traditional women over in Africa.
Yeah, well, they're there, but I wouldn't know the comparison because I've never been to Central. So I've been to Mexico, but I went to the tourist spot. I just went to Cancun, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, but would you consider Nigerian women to be traditional?
Absolutely. Well, yes, to a point. You know, of course, when you get to the major cities, you know, it's a mix, but they're there. They're easy to find.
Okay, and out there, are they paying dowries or anything like that, or is it like arranged relationships? Like, what's the relationship structure out there?
I mean, you find somebody, I'm sure you're going to marry him, you have to pay dowry. So yeah.
Oh, so they do have a dowry out there in Nigeria.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. What do you think about that dowry? Would you pay it?
Yeah, that's the culture. Then yeah, I'll have to.
You know, I had a big debate with Anton Daniels about that, and I'm sitting here like, well, brother, you know, you can't just pop up in somebody else's culture and just down it if you don't want to, you know. If you don't want to pay it, you don't want to pay it. But
then just get a woman from Detroit and be done with it.
Right.
Pay dowry. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Somebody said Haitian food is the best. Haitian food is
good. Haitian is number 2. Haitian is number 2 out.
A lot of people don't know that. Haitian is
number 2 after Senegal.
I would say
if somebody said they prefer Haitian over Senegalese, I wouldn't argue with them.
My favorite is Jamaican. Then I would say
Jamaican is just too inconsistent for me. Like I found one real good Jamaican restaurant in LA. It's too inconsistent.
I know Haitian food is really like my ex-girlfriend is Haitian. I just love Haitian food, bro. It's really good. But Jamaican food's good to me too. And I would put Thai food up there, number 3.
I love Thai.
Like Thai
I've,
food.
ne- I've
really
never
good.
eaten. I've never eaten bad Thai food.
Somebody says nothing, but see, they want the smoke, man. I don't. Dennis ain't here for that.
I'm
today,
Black
fellas.
America. I'm Black American. I love Black America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. You know, dudes want to. I don't know if Nak actually been to Nigeria. Maybe he has been to Nigeria, but I'm not sure if you've been in Nigeria. Nak.
I know he's been to Ghana.
Okay, he's been to Ghana. Would you say Ghana? Now, Ghana was doing this. What was it called? The
Year of Return.
Africa. What was it called again?
Year of Return.
Year of Return. Is that still going on right now?
Well, they have the it's called the what's the initiative? Beyond the Return. It's the initiative Beyond the Return. So it's still going on.
Okay. And does Nigeria have anything like do Black Americans get any benefits whatsoever for getting passports, becoming citizens over there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a citizen of 2 countries in Africa, so absolutely.
Okay. Now, do we have to pay large sums of money to become citizens, or
no? So
that's one of the services that you offer, right?
Well, in Sierra, yeah, right. So in Sierra Leone, if you take a DNA test with African ancestry, and the results come back Sierra Leonean, you're eligible for citizenship. In fact, Tyler, who's in the chat room, came with me to Sierra Leone to get his citizenship.
Oh, you got to be from Sierra Leone.
No, you just got to take a DNA test. You take a DNA test through African ancestry, it comes back Sierra Leone, and you're eligible for citizenship.
What about, is that Cameroon too? Is that right?
No, just Sierra Leone. Just Sierra Leone.
Okay, what about Nigeria? Do they have something like that in Nigeria? Because I'm basically
no.
Okay. All right. Somebody say you posted it. I don't want to, guys. We're not going to go back and forth in the crime rate in America.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like it's okay. Like it's just, it's all right. Like I mean, there's no need.
I've been looking for stats for days, and then somebody
yeah. There's no need to be offended about it. It's just it's what it is. It's what it is.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Somebody says, so how many countries you been to in Africa? Let's put that out there.
Maybe like 13.
So you've been to South Africa and all that?
In South Africa.
And the best, I hate to do a comparison, but one of the better countries for Americans to kind of start off in, what would you say?
To be honest with you, I mean, I prefer Nigeria. A country that's not bad is Namibia.
Okay.
Namibia is a country next to South Africa. Namibia is pretty cool and laid back.
You know, I was seeing some content coming out of there.
Namibia is cool.
Yeah, I was seeing some content from YouTube. I think this sister channel blew up out there in Namibia because there's a part of houses for cheap too, right?
Yeah, cheap, everything. You know, everything that Americans want as far as the infrastructure and all that, and clean, good roads.
My man, not even expat says, if you want a wife, get a cow or a wife just to buy.
Well, it depends with the ethnic group that you're marrying into.
Okay. All right. All right. Purple Peel Richard with the 5 super chat says, Dynas, what's your position on Benin? Is that Benin or Benin?
Benin.
Cost of living, transparency, and citizenship.
I mean, I go to Benin I go once a year for the Voodoo Festival. I mean, it's a smaller country. It's French speaking. I know with citizenship, they just rolled out this initiative where if you could prove that, I don't have the specifics on it. If you could prove, I don't know if it's via DNA maybe, and get somebody to co-sign for you, that you could possibly get citizenship. So they're making the process easier for the diaspora. I don't know where they're at with it. Transparency. Well, if you don't speak French or phone, it's going to be somewhat of a struggle because you don't speak the language. So, but it's cool.
Okay. Appreciate that. $5 super chat. Purple Peel Riches. All right. Yoga in the building says not safe Nigeria. Hey, man. You know what I realized, Dennis? Every country has like a brand where they like we want to recognize it or not. Like Colombia is somewhat of a brand. and Nigeria is a brand, right?
Mhm.
And I think when people hear Nigeria, a lot of Black Americans or maybe Americans in general might consider it to be, scams and cons, and it's just a brand.
So let me ask you this: Why not that with Colombia?
I mean,
Colombia is home to
Colombia
the
definitely has. Colombia definitely doesn't have.
What's the dope boy? The dope boy from years ago, Escobar.
Right, Pablo Escobar. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's somewhat of a brand.
How does Colombia not have that?
Colombia does have I would say.
So that's why I don't understand. Like
two Americans, when people hear Colombia, they automatically think about Narcos.
Yeah, Narcos.
Yeah, number one. Like
same thing with Mexico. So it's just
same thing with Mexico.
You're hesitant or scared to go to Nigeria, but you don't mind going to Colombia or Mexico.
Okay. See, some of these questions here, I'm not going to get into that because I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Somebody said I have a DNA match in Benin. Is that commonplace that if you have a DNA match to one of these countries, that it's a possibility that you could get some type of citizenship?
It really, like I said, is Sierra Leone, but Benin is. I don't know where they're at as far as that initiative goes.
Okay. And you've been to East Africa as well, right?
Tanzania and Kenya.
Okay, what's your thoughts about Kenya? Because there's a lot of people saying Kenya.
I'm a West Africa guy. I'm not really. East Africa's cool. East Africa's cool, but I prefer West Africa.
Okay. Do you feel like West Africa has better infrastructure, or
for me, it's just a better fit. I like the vibe. The culture's different. It's night and day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a West Africa guy.
Okay.
Like we're going to Zanzibar in September. I'm taking a group, and no, Zanzibar's nice. I mean, East Africa is nice, but I'm just I'm a West Africa guy.
Okay. So you got West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, of course. What's up with North Africa? All them countries up there. Is that like a
it's predominantly dominated by Arabs.
Okay. Yeah. That's where like the French Montana is at, and the DJ Khaled.
Yeah, Morocco. Yeah.
So are those like pretty much a no-go zone for Black people or some shit?
I mean, if you want to go visit, I've been to Morocco. If you want to go visit. But I mean, I wouldn't want to relocate there. This is me personally. It doesn't make sense to leave a country where you're a minority just to relocate to another country where you're going to be a minority. It just doesn't make. And in everything that Black people complain about in America, as far as being a minority, why would you leave America just to be in a minority in another country where the Black people who were there before you are having the same issues or even worse? That it just doesn't make sense to me. Like with Colombia. So the I guess Afro-Colombians, I guarantee you they're having work. In fact, they are in a worse position than Black people here in America. So it just doesn't make sense to leave America and go to where the Black people who are there are in a worse position and they're minorities.
When you say doesn't make sense, you mean visiting, vacation, or just?
I mean, you could visit, you vacation, but just to go and relocate, and it just doesn't. To me, it doesn't make sense. That's just me.
Okay, all right. You mind if I bring on a few cats on the panel?
Go ahead, bring them on.
All right, got my man, the Passport model in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we good, man.
Loud and clear.
I'm glad you brought somebody else on. You remember we did this interview and people were arguing with me, and another man, another man is here. That's been to Nigeria. Shout out to Dynast. He's done a lot in Nigeria. He has a Nigerian citizenship, so y'all can argue with him too. See his passport. There you go.
Now, Dynast, how many countries can you get to on that passport?
It's ECOWAS, so I can all the ECOWAS countries, which is like 14 or 15 countries.
African countries?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, it depends.
South America, Asia, can you go to other countries off that passport?
It depends. It depends. But I mean, for the most part, with South America and Asia, I'll just use my U.S. passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said Africa is in a worse position.
How is it in a worse position?
I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. You gotta go. You gotta You gotta be in some of these outskirt towns besides Medellin to see where where Black people are at, and it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, I think most people that have a lot to say about Africa has never stepped foot in Africa because their talking points is just stuff they could just Google and
that's just stuff that's coming.
Yeah, and you never know what's really in Africa unless you go, because you're never gonna see. There's no good PR about Africa, and you could say the same thing about Nigeria and Colombia, but people won't say anything bad about Colombia. As soon as you mention Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, man, it's not safe.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, especially like with Mexico and Colombia. In Mexico, there was a whole family that got murked, got mistaken for the cartel allegedly, and got murked in Mexico by the cartel, and no one says nothing. In Colombia, like I told you, there is a video of a man running for his life on video and gets slaughtered on camera. No one says anything about it.
That would never happen in Nigeria. First, and
it's weird to me.
In Lagos especially. It's
weird to me.
I've never had a problem. I've never got robbed. I've never had a problem with girls. I've never had a safety. Plus, there's so much money. You guys don't understand. There's people driving around with Bentleys and Lamborghinis. They're not gonna. Who's gonna rob you when somebody's driving by with a Collier?
Like I said, I walk around with my watch on, my chain. Like when I see Passportbros in Colombia, bro, hide your jewelry, tuck in your chain, take off your watch. What? I don't do none of that.
Yeah,
it's weird to me.
I think it's the programming. A lot of people are programmed to look at Africa, especially Black Americans, and even being born and spending most of my life in the U.S., I realized they made sure that it made Black people fear Africa. Like, even if you want to go, you're thinking about what they're programming in your head. You're like, nah, I ain't going over there. That place is dangerous. But you go to Mexico, you go to the most dangerous countries like Colombia. Colombia is not anything safe. Colombia is not where you want to really go and walking around. And I went to Colombia, Medellin, 2017. It was calm. But this day and age, this year, you can't. If you want to compare Nigeria, especially Lagos, to Medellin.
That's me, man. That's me, bro.
What you got? Okay, why you got to throw the little Koofy hat on, though, brother?
No, let him wear his Koofy hat.
It's for the occasion, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, I just want to push back on the narratives about Lagos being safer than NYC.
It is.
It's actually 12. It's actually 12.2% murder rate versus New York 6.1. If you look at the matrix overall, brother, let me just finish. I mean, because what BMT looked up was actually a link to a Quora thread. It wasn't Statista. It wasn't anything that's official. Lagos has more crime than New York City. That's a fact.
Have you been to Lagos?
No.
Lagos has more crime. Yes, I was in Lagos, and I told you the last time I was here. I've been there.
But you didn't tell us where you went in Lagos.
Well, I don't have to tell you exactly where I go because I don't have to drop my addy for you. But we're talking about crime in Nigeria. We're talking about crime in Nigeria, and it's worse than crime in America. Crime in Lagos is worse than crime in New York City. That's a fact. I'll put $1,000 super chat on it right now. Like, so Google it and then go to a credible source.
Why the schools in the U.S. have metal detectors? No schools in Nigeria have metal detectors. There's never been movie theater shootings. There's never been mall shootings. There's nobody getting snatched in a van. There's no kids being walked to school with guns with their father. None of that. There's nobody being snatched a chain. There's nobody. There's no girls getting robbed. Hold on. There's no girls robbing men of their chain and putting scopolamine in their drinks. It's
but you see Dinus left because you're about to get
I'm right here. No, I'm here.
All right. So Dinus, check this out. Dinus, have you ever heard of the Chibok girls?
That and we're talking Legos. We're talking Legos. We're talking Legos.
No. He's talking America.
Talking Legos versus New York City.
Hold on, Rose. Hold on. Let's just have a normal conversation. He said that kids aren't being kidnapped and there's no metal detectors in the schools in Nigeria. The Chibok girls in northern Nigeria were kidnapped by the hundreds and turned into delete bombers and sent to other villages. 3 months ago in northern Nigeria, you had almost the same thing. 12 villages at one time, simultaneously, 12 different villages, Christian Nigerians were deleted. If you go to Yoruba land, if you go to Igbo land, if you go to Benin, there's all sorts of crime that occurs in Nigeria, and y'all over here trying to make it seem like it's better than New York. Or better than America.
You have a big hate
festival in Oakland. 15 people got shot.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now I want you, Dinus, check this out. I want you to tell me the place in New York or in any place in America where 150 people were shot at once.
Las Vegas, not too long ago.
That was only about, that was like wait, you said it. No, you said it. So I'll take that. 3 months ago, it happened in northern Nigeria. 6 months ago, it happened in Burkina Faso. It happens all over West Africa. Let's keep it 100. There are more mass shootings. There's more mass shootings in Africa than there are in America.
Come on, bro.
You did the same thing last time.
Every day. Come on.
No, but I'm saying, if I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'll never click the link again.
I mean, hold on. There was just a mass shooting at a grocery store in Arkansas this past week.
Wait, why you keep talking over me, bro? I'm gonna let you say it and then I'll respond to you. But let's not talk over each other.
People just got shot in Arkansas at a grocery store a couple of days ago. Not easy.
Right. And two passed on. May they rest in peace. But now, wait. What I'm saying is that those are shooters. We have shooters, but you acting like Nigeria is safer, and it's not.
I said Lagos.
100% not.
I said Lagos.
Okay, so now you're comparing.
Okay. So hold on, Dinus. Now you just said Nigeria.
Before you came on, I said specifically the north of Abuja, like northern Nigeria, there's issues.
No, it's still Nigeria, though. It's still Nigeria. Don't try to pick and choose, because I could say, well, parts of Westchester County have no crime. No, we're gonna compare Nigeria to America or Lagos to New York City. You're trying to play, you're trying to cherry pick. Like,
I'm not cherry picking.
You've been there, bro. You've been there.
Lagos that is safer than New York City.
But why are you still talking?
Have your stats? I'll pull my stats any day of the week.
Well, I don't have to pull the stats. I'll say it, and they can Google it and see if I'm capping. I guarantee you, there's nobody that's been able to prove that I'm capping on the continent of Africa yet. Okay, so now let me say something. You had YouTubers, Nigerians, Igbo media. What happened to him? He got deleted in Nigeria in his own spot. Nigeria is not safe. If you want to believe me,
a rapper just got killed in Tampa Bay this morning. A dude named Fulio. A rapper named Fulio just got murked in Tampa this morning. What are you talking about?
Nah, but wait, you got murked this morning because you're scared of the data. That's why you want to yell.
I'm looking at the data right here. Okay, here we go.
Bros, listen up. You don't want the information to get out.
160 people have been murdered and 189 robbery cases recorded in Lagos State. Let's do New York murders 2023. Hold on. New York City. New York City 2023 murders.
Per capita.
2020. Here we go. New York City. 386 homicides in New York City.
Now do Lagos.
Versus 100 and I'll tell you right now, versus 100.
I need your source.
Versus 163.
What's your source?
This is coming from PM News Nigeria.
I don't. Well, put it on the screen. Share your screen, because you're lying.
I'll put the link in here. Hold on. I'll put the link in here. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on 1 second.
But anyway, so without yelling at each other, don't try to push Nigeria as some safe place. That's why so many Nigerians are leaving.
I'm saying it's not safe. I'm saying it's safer than New York.
You said the same thing last time, Nat. When I was getting interviewed by this brother, by BMT, you said the same thing last time, and
we and it's still true. It's still true.
Hold on, wait. I know that, and don't interrupt me. You've never been to Nigeria. You don't know what's going on the ground in Africa. Hold on. You don't.
No, wait. I'm gonna interrupt you when you start lying.
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
First of all, you're not American, and you weren't born in America.
I'm not American.
No, absolutely not. You have tether sauce dipped all over you, brother.
BMT, you gonna let this guy troll?
Bro, we know people that were born in America.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. You know the passport model is a respectful guest, brother. Come on now.
You see what he's doing here? And he did it last time.
Look, let's keep it respectful, but don't log lies. Let's keep it to what we're talking about. Nigeria is not safe. It's not a safe country.
Again,
it's not.
Certain parts, I would not go to the north, the far north. I wouldn't. But Lagos is safer than New York City.
No, wait, but would you go to Brownsville? Would you go to Brownsville, Brooklyn? Would you go to Brownsville, Brooklyn? No. Would you go to Park Slope, Brooklyn? Yeah, but it's all Brooklyn. So don't try to separate parts of Nigeria. It's all Nigeria. Flora Shaw named it for y'all. Nigga area. So take the good and the so-called bad, but the majority of Nigeria is bad. That's why so many Nigerians are leaving. Challenge me on it. You're trying to send people to Nigeria as if it's safe.
Out of a population of 222 million,
it's not safe.
Define so many out of 222 million.
I done spoke to people. They like, yo, when you next time you come, use my security service.
220 out of 220 million. Define how million. Define many are alive or living out of 220 million.
220 million people in a country.
Define how many are alive.
And he wants to insult me. He wants to insult me on the panel.
No one's insulting you. Stop crying, bro. That was 5 minutes ago.
That was insult. That was an insult. That was an insult.
Well, brother, you were not born in America. Let's keep it 100.
And how do you know that? How do you know that?
Because of your accent. No man that was born in America that spent all this. No, not like you, bro. Not like that. But don't be offended
because I have
about
an accent.
that.
I wasn't born in the U.S.
Absolutely not. I know a Black American or someone that was born in America, and that's not you. But no disrespect.
You want me to grab my U.S. passport? Do you want me to grab my U.S. passport?
No, of course you have a passport. Okay. We give them out like bubble gum now. So I'm sure you have.
You give me U.S. passports out like bubble gum. Really?
Yeah, absolutely. But Dynus, what was your final
No, but not Meezy. If he has a U.S. passport, he's American.
Yeah,
but look, I don't want to get into that because then we're getting into something personal. Wait, we're getting into something personal. Y'all are running from the stat on Nigeria.
I gave you this. He pulled up the stat. I'm not running. He pulled up the stat. He just pulled it up. I'm not running.
No, that's cap. I need to know your source.
He just pulled it up. He just pulled up the number of murders in Lagos, and I can see the link for the number of murders.
And you're telling me that the number of murders in Lagos in 2023 was 150 something?
Is next. I mean, not easy. Let's be honest. FBA, ADOS, along with the Puerto Ricans or whatever, there is a whole industry called rap music about bragging about how you murk each other.
Wait, but hold on. Why
are you surprised? Why are you shocked?
Wait, listen. Here you go with the anti-FBA talking.
It's called
why are you yelling though? Why you steady yelling?
About how we kill each other.
Yo, Dynus, if we're gonna have a dialogue, let's have a dialogue. But all the talking over
we're not having a dialogue if you're insulting people.
Come on, man. Hold on.
We can't have a dialogue.
Now BMT knows. Look, you keep yapping.
I'm just saying, it's a whole industry called hip-hop bragging about how you kill each other.
Okay, we get
that the murder rate is higher.
All right, hold on, guys. Let me catch the super chat real quick by Stacks82 with $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it. It says salute BMT. I also want to pull this up real quick. Hold on, you pull this up. The number of murders in Medellin, Colombia, that is 392 cases or 375 murders in Medellin, Colombia alone. Now, I'm pretty sure Lagos is bigger than Medellin.
Way bigger.
What was that like? Dynus, that
was it was 22 million people in Lagos.
Right, and it's nowhere near 22 million in Medellin. So, guys, it is safer.
Yeah, it's what it is. I mean, it's not personal.
I'm
now,
here.
I would say this.
2022.
I would say this, Nakmeezy, in defense to you, that New York is probably safer than Mogadishu. I'll give you Mogadishu.
Okay. Nat took a bathroom break. All right, hold on. Shout out to my man.
No, I didn't take a bathroom break. I'm actually looking up some stats, but y'all talking about.
Listen, it's a circular conversation. Let's move on. Let's move on. Can we move on? Nakmeezy?
No, I mean, you want to move on when I'm about to pull up the stats.
Love. Nakmeezy, after this, when this conversations is all over, I want us to agree on something in this in peace and love. Can we do that?
Of course.
Okay.
I think you know what. Let some common ground. I think some common ground. I think we can all agree that Nigeria is safer than Colombia.
Way safer.
Then where? That Nigeria is safer than where?
Colombia.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So we agree on something. We agree. See, Doc, we agree on something.
Yeah, we definitely agree on something. And have you done that bushmeat tour? That bushmeat food tour?
I'm going to. You want to come, Doc? You want to come?
See, I don't know if Matt being serious or he trying to joke. I don't know. Is that a joke? I don't know.
You're not coming to bushmeat tour, man.
He's trolling.
Nah, BNC. Dynas and I know each other for years already, so this is banter between he and I.
Okay, got you. All right, let me catch super chat real quick by my man Drew with a $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate that. Excellent versus when all panel members thoroughly have verified data and don't talk over each other. Both sides have knowledge to provide. Shout out to my man Drew, always in the building, always showing support.
Can I answer a question? I saw something in the chat. I want to answer this question right quick.
Somebody said Dynas is always taking shots at FBA.
Oh, I'm not.
Are you taking shots at us, bro? But you are FBA.
I'm FBA. I think we can do better. That's all. You
don't see anything positive in being FBA, bro. I know you.
Nakmeezy, come on, man. Yes, I do.
You don't see anything. I had to try to speak life into you, bro, because you don't see anything positive in the FBA, bro. Look at your hip hop, blah 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 blah. Come on, you got them talking points that make it seem like we're worthless, and we're not.
I would say this, Nakmeezy. The direction that we're going in these past, I would say, 7-8 years has been disappointing, and I'm just like, listen, we need to
all go to Africa
this way.
We need to all go to Africa.
We need to.
I'm just saying FBA, just in general. As far as Black culture, the direction we're going in is not like, I mean.
So are you saying that we all need to we got almost 200 in the chat, guys? Do me a favor to hit the like button. Are you saying we need to go to Africa? We need to go to Nigeria?
Well, I'm not saying that's not necessary to change the direction of the culture. I'm just saying if you look at FBA now versus, we'll say, pre-integration and the 70s and 60s, it's we're going down the wrong path. Like Nakmeezy, the problem with FBA right now, Nakmeezy.
What's the problem?
Tell me.
We want to be white liberals so bad. Like the shit I'm seeing in the Black church. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Who wants to be white liberal? You talking about Black women want to be white liberals? Who wants to be?
No, he's a Trump supporter.
Not all, but a collective of FBA. We want to be white liberals so bad.
Well, but then white people want to be white liberals. So look, Black America is not a monolith. So we, think the great American, the great country of America, we can be Democrat, we can be independent, we can be Republican. So I don't think that has really anything to do with it. We don't want to be white at all. But when we speak about culture and stuff, I'll put this to you.
Go ahead.
If African culture is superior, because that's what you're kind of saying, because you're saying that it's better in certain ways, right? Why hasn't that uplifted any West African country if they have their culture intact?
West African countries.
I would say this is
damn it, Nat.
Terrible.
Go ahead.
Sell out culture, leadership. I mean, sellouts just exist in all aspects of Black people globally. That's the problem of Nakmeezy.
But if their culture is so good and it's intact, why couldn't their superior African culture overcome that? It's because you guys put a lot in culture, really just to crap on Black American culture, which is the most popular. See, brother, we were doing so well, brother. We were doing so well. Y'all like to crap on Black American culture and uplift African culture, whereas I could name, and you know, all the stuff that I can say about what happens in Benin City, what happens in Yoruba land, what happens in Igbo land with certain rituals. I'm not going to go there now, right? Because I'm being nice. But if I was being Akmizi from 2 years ago, the audience would see what really happens in Nigeria. They know about the human trafficking that still takes place, the pipeline from Benin to Italy, right? They know about Amotekun. They know about IPOB. They know about Shegeke Fasa in the north. Dynas, you know me, bro. You know I'll cook on Nigeria, bro.
But
like,
what I'm saying, all that goes on here in America.
But it does not. Tell me in America where Black Americans.
Dude,
wait. But look, you said it happened in America, so I want to know where are there 160 deletions in 12 different neighborhoods by one group at the same time. It never happens. Where we are doing.
It happened in Las Vegas.
No way, you're talking about not a FBA. Because this conversation is about.
You gotta stay cammed up, brother. You gotta stay cammed. We let Nat rock without the cam because Nat is like a repeated guest. He don't do the cam thing, but everybody else got a cam up, bro. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I mean, look. Oh damn, y'all can't really see me, but lighting's not so good. But look, this is what I'm saying. We got to keep it real. We got to tell the truth. A lot of times, these brothers try to separate northern Nigeria from the south, right? But in the south, in the south, in the southeast, there are still issues. Lagos, when you really want to find out what goes on, it's hard to get official numbers because of the way the numbers go.
Oh, come on now.
No.
So are you saying that it's kind of corrupt, so we can't really get official numbers?
Come on, dude. Come
it's so corrupt, and Dynas will agree that it's so corrupt. It's so corrupt. Put it like this. Have you ever heard of it? SARS?
I'm familiar with it, yes.
Right. Then you know about SACS, Special Anti-Cultism Squad, right? These are the guys that go around and stop people from doing money rituals and what do they call them? Body parts.
They got gang tax forces here in America too.
Brother, listen. Every time I'm talking about Nigeria, you jump back to America. You can go back to America, but just listen to me for a second. We don't have a special anti-cultism squad that are in charge of stopping people selling human organs where they do money rituals so they can try to get rich.
You got this in America too, though, bro. They do that in America too, man. What are you talking about?
Bro.
If that's your argument, bro, you got a bad argument, man.
Hartsfield Jackson Airport here in Atlanta is one of the most sex-trafficked airports. In fact, when you come to Hartsfield Jackson Airport at one time, there was a big ass sign that said, "If you're being sex trafficked, please let somebody know." In the airport,
right? Do they have that sign in Nigeria?
No.
Nope.
Because they don't care about sex trafficking.
Come on, Doc
Beezy.
Come on,
but look at
back to the next guest, man. Come on, Doc Beezy. Come on, man.
Go ahead, Passport. Go ahead, Passport. Bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Passport. You've been patient, bro. Go ahead.
PMT, can we just give information about Nigeria? Because last time I was here, he was going back and forth with me, and I wanted to give information about Nigeria, and he didn't let me give information about Nigeria. And this is what we did last time. Can we give information so guys can know if they want to come here or not? I don't want to argue with someone about crime rate or none of that. I don't care.
Okay,
There's crime in every country. If you really want to come to Nigeria, it's a very good place. Like Dynas said, it's a very good place to start. You're black. You're not treated like a secondhand citizen. Your dollar has a lot of value. You can still invest. You can buy land. You're not paying taxes on it. You can buy properties. There's no taxes on it. You can buy whatever. You can buy businesses. You can get a passport. They're Chinese, Russians, Indians, Dynas. You can back me up on this. Lebanese, everywhere. Come in here, invest. Only black people want to argue about was this safe or not. Other people are just coming here, investing. I have friends from New Zealand, from Australia, from all over the world coming here, buying land, investing because they know in the future, in the next 10, 20, 30 years, Africa will be on top because all these legacy countries that are on top are on their way down. You know, the US, the UK, all these countries, because they've hit their peak. They've hit their peak and they're on their way down. So now I moved here in 2020 from South Beach. I moved here from 2022, and I can see the development. Land that I could have bought for $2,000 and now $5,000, $6,000 in the span of a year and a half. This is the information we need to give people, not if it's safe or not, or Biafra war, or none of that. Like, white people don't have this conversation. Do you know why? Because they build generational wealth. It's only black people that want to have this back and forth. I don't want to have this back and forth.
Okay,
Let's give information.
Okay. Let me catch the super cat by my man JS with a $4.99 super chat. BMT, please avoid disingenuous clowns like Nakmeezy. They hurt the quality of the video and the channel.
We got to give Nakmeezy a platform. We got to. Nakmeezy.
I like Nakmeezy. I know more about the continent of Africa than everybody on this panel combined.
Okay, so do you know more than me about East Africa, then, bro? Because I do live there. I got my passport
because my people don't come from East Africa. My people come from West.
You didn't ask that question, bro. But you just said you know more than anybody on this panel about Africa. That's the entire continent.
Yeah, I don't specialize in East, but we could run it if you want.
Bro, you just said Africa, the entire continent. Now you backstep.
We could run it.
But you can't backstep once you get man. This is disingenuous, bro.
We could run it if you want, bro.
You just said out your mouth. Did you hear that? Did anybody hear that? You just said I know more than anybody on here about Africa, which is the entire continent. I think it was like 50 with the 50 down states or 50 countries or whatever. Then I just asked you, and you said you didn't know, bro.
There's only 50 countries
I go to East Africa. Now, do you want me to speak off or do you want to talk, bro? Because I'm not gonna do both.
Wait, brother, did you say there's only 50 countries in Africa?
Hold on. Go ahead, brother. Say what you got to say, and I'm gonna welcome Nadia, the American expert, to the stage. What you gonna say? Usual business.
All right. Now, this when it comes to me personally, I respect Dinah's opinion. Even though I'm supposed to really go down a trip with Dinah's probably sometime. I got a little money situation with my truck situation, but we ain't gonna go there. But I'm supposed to be going with Dinah's sometime necessarily to go to that Nigeria. Now, I'm an East African guy. I'm not a West African guy, right? So that's just where we. Hold on,
real quick. What's the difference? What's the major differences between East and West Africa?
It's culturally different, BMT.
It's culturally different.
It's a huge difference.
Okay. Where the baddies at?
There's cute women.
The baddies are everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
I don't know. I think the East Africans kind of got it, though, in my opinion.
That's what I've heard. I heard Kenya got it.
No. The baddies are in East Africa.
Yeah, I don't know because you got South Sudan, bro. You like tall chicks, the tallest chick and the most darkest women in South Sudan. You want the most women with the most booty. You talk about Uganda, Tanzania.
Passport bros don't want the ones the bleach skin with the black ass hands. So we don't want those.
Nah, that's Nigeria, bro. I ain't gonna flex to you. That's Nigeria.
That's Nigeria.
But we ain't going there. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't gonna go there, right? I ain't here to poke fun at what woman got the best woman though, right? But I'm gonna say this much, right? When it comes to the country, right, the most developed country that you're going to run into necessarily other than South Africa, you're gonna run into Kenya, man. You're gonna run into, I would say Kenya, probably next one best one would probably be say it again.
What's the safest country? What's the safest country?
Kenya.
I'm gonna say Kenya, man.
Kenya is the safest country.
I'm gonna say Kenya, man. And then can you let me finish, bro? Can you let me finish a little bit, man? What I was just gonna say simply this, man. If you're going to go to a country, I would say Kenya is the best place to go to. If you want to invest in the country, it has the best GDP in Africa, right? It is definitely set to be the next Singapore of Africa. If you want to invest bonds, you can definitely get best bonds in that country.
Where are you getting those numbers from as far as the GDP, the next Singapore?
The GDP, yeah, it has some of the best. I think it has the best GDP in Africa right now.
Nigeria has
the best GDP right now. So the top four right now is Algeria, South Africa, and Nigeria. Kenya's not even on the rise. Kenya's not even. Yeah.
They just paid off their debt, man.
They, like you said, they paid off their debt. Everybody else is still in debt though.
Nigeria
we ain't gonna go there.
On that list. Nigeria,
but we ain't gonna go there, right? But like I said, if you looking for necessarily the best quality that you say you can have that close to America without, dealing with white people and all that stuff, like you go to South Africa, you just dealing with white people again. You just jump from one place to another. You jump from the same problem.
I have to disagree with you on that.
Yeah, I disagree with that. White people all over Kenya too. White people all over Kenya too.
Yeah, not like in South Africa, bro.
Well, not like South Africa, no, but white people all over Kenya too.
I love living in Kenya, but South Africa is like little America. They
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like a little America.
You can't discount them now.
I give it to like this. I give it to them. They have the best infrastructure second to Kenya. I say Kenya probably had the second best infrastructure in there, right? Yes. But that's just my opinion necessarily from the countries that I've seen. Like I said, I haven't seen all of West Africa. All I've seen is Ghana, and I've seen Senegal when it comes to West Africa. West Africa is the same for me.
Yeah, same here. I've been to Ghana once. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I've been a couple times. But like I'm saying, when Matt Meads
West Africa is limited, so I have to yield all that to Dynas.
I defer to somebody else. I defer to somebody else.
I have to respect Dynas because he has 2 passports. He has 2 citizenships in West Africa. So he's the subject matter expert on West Africa. I'm only talking about East Africa. So
me too. I can only vouch for what I know.
No, I'm not trying to start no East Coast, West Coast beef with the continent. I'm just saying I know East Africa more. Dynas is the subject matter expert on West Africa. But I'm saying Kenya, their gross domestic product is going up. They got high-speed internet. They're on the rise. They're only second to probably South Africa. But other than that,
how is
I feel very comfortable living here, bro. I feel
it's very fast.
I mean, because it's while West Africa was out there doing the year return, East Africa was actually putting in work. That's my opinion. But like I said, I'm not. I ain't out here throwing no shot. But what I'm saying, the quality of life that you're gonna get, you have a better quality of life that you will live in Kenya, in my personal favorite country, Uganda, than you will in the United States. And I'm telling you that, especially if your money is correct. If your money is good, bro, you get better quality food, you get better quality women, you get better. Only thing you can't say is you don't get a better quality of infrastructure in my favorite country, which is Uganda, right? Because Uganda is a little bit behind Kenya. But if you're talking about opportunity to grow,
versus East,
hold up. I spent a weekend in Rwanda. Rwanda is the cleanest.
But it's a small country though, bro. It's a small. Come on, it's small. It don't take that much to develop a small. That's like trying to say developing Tanzania.
Now you're being disingenuous. No, 30 years ago they were under genocide. They came a long way. I saw
small country, bro. That's just small. That's a city, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
That's a city, man.
You're thinking of Kigali, the capital, but the whole country is posh.
I'm telling you, it's a small city, bro. But I'm gonna say this much:
it's nice.
I never said it wasn't nice. When you say it's nice, I'm telling you, it's nice.
And they drive on the right side of the road, so that's good for me. So,
but like I said, when you talking about the quality of life other than living in America, man, bro, you get they had women got kidnapped necessarily out here in New York. What is it? They had like 150 girls go missing in New York, bro. They had he had another shooting, like he said. Now, this is my pushback to Matt Meads, though. This is my pushback to Matt Meads. What I'm saying, when you're talking about going to the continent, you're going to have a better quality of life going to the continent than you would living in America.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I want the brother to finish the whole statement so I can respond. Go on, brother.
Okay, me or him? Because
go ahead, use your business. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, like I said, you're going to have a better quality of life. The Chinese are investing in that, in what is it? In East Africa personally, right? Because it's going to be where the manufacturing base of the world is going to be at next. So if you're going to invest in your country for your future,
the Chinese are investing in the infrastructure. That's fact.
Can let me finish. Respond to him, please.
Yeah, like please, But if you're talking about investment for not only yourself but your future of your kids, man, I'm saying East Africa, right? But at the end of the day, it is your choice. Now, if you go west, if you go east, that's on you. It doesn't matter. But if you're talking about the future of yourself, your bloodline, your kids, and everything else, if you're going to make an investment, I'm gonna say East Africa. Now, Dynas gonna say West Africa, but that fit him better. But what I'm saying is this: living in the United States, the petrodollar is dead, bro. That means the United States will eventually be broke soon. Eventually. So if you're gonna stay with, you gonna die with the second ship, then die with the second ship.
Let me respond to you, brother. You know, I love when these people that go to the continent, when they get comfortable, they all of a sudden start beating the drum beats of death to America and America is gonna fail. They do that all the while their money is still tied to the so-called matrix in America.
I've never said death to America.
Wait, but no one's even talking to you, brother. Can I respond to the brother I'm responding to? We having a respectful dialogue. I will say that I think East Africa is probably a better place than West Africa to relocate. But make no mistake, Africa is expensive. So if you don't have a way to generate income, right, it's going to get real expensive real quick for you. So you can't go there looking for a job. If you want to be successful, you got to go there with a business mind, okay? And if you hit the ground running, then yeah, it can be great for you. But if you just, relying on the military, pension or whatever, it's going to get real spicy real quick. That's all I'm saying.
So that's what you got to say. I mean, like realistically, that's how much does it cost to live in New York right now?
I know a brother right down the street from me. I'm in a gated community in Nairobi. He's in the crypto. He's in his 20s. He's living off of crypto. I'm retired with a government pension. So you don't know your facts, man. Either you don't know or you're lying at your ass.
All right. Well, that's great because no one's even really talking to you. But look, it's
you don't gotta be talking to the people. Is Kenya expensive or not? This podcast. Either you don't know what you're talking about or you're talking out your ass. You pick.
Hey, you just said you don't know that country, bro. You don't know East Africa.
You jumped into what the dude was saying. And he and I were going back and forth. What he was saying was that
I'm thriving,
oh,
not just
Jesus
surviving.
Christ, bro. No one's talking to you, though.
If you got a pension,
bro, no one's talking to you.
Yeah, but then listen to
okay, guys. Hold on. I had to meet you real quick. Not the American aspect. Let's get back on the subject. We
this brother, he's just jumping in. I'm trying to go back and forth with the brother respectfully. What I'm saying, when people say that, oh, it's so easy to go over there and you can do this. No, you have to have a steady. So, brother, can I finish though?
No, I'm trying to figure out who said that though.
But this is the narrative that you can move from America to Africa and just get it popping. You can, but you have to have a business mind. You have to have a steady stream of income. Africa is more expensive than living in America. Now, when people say, "Oh, well, what about New York City?"
More expensive.
Wait, but listen, but let me finish.
No. Let him talk to me because I can actually give you more insight because I drive trucks, bro, and I go there routinely, bro. I got a little girl out there showing and everything, little baby coming on the way, so I can give you in-depth detail of what you're talking about.
In America, right?
Huh? Yes, I drive trucks in America, and I go down there for I work for here 2 months, then I stay out there for 3 months, then I come back. Off and on.
All right, no doubt. So, your lifestyle? Are you living in America, or mostly in Kenya?
No, I'm like I said, I work in America for 2 months, right? Then I go back to Africa for 3. Then I come back and work for another 2 months. Then I go back and go out there. But like I said, for me, I own my own authority. See what I'm saying? I own my own CDL truck, bro. So my situation is different from the average individual. I don't necessarily have to be 9 to 5 necessarily, right? Where I have to go answer to another boss or another person. All I got to do is I work, I get my money, then I leave.
So no, that's my whole point, brother. So we're not really even disagreeing. If you have a steady stream of income, then
that's any place in the world, bro.
Wait, but brother, can I finish though? But I guarantee you this. You cannot do it up in Africa if you cut yourself off from the financial matrix. And that's what everyone's saying, move to Africa, while they're still tethered to the economic situation in America. You can't just go there and start doing it without America. So they screaming death to America while still being dependent on the American economy. So I want to ask you this, what kind of visa do you have?
Me, I have a 2-year visa necessarily, but I'm about to get married down there, so I'm about to be a citizen.
I got a 5-year visa, about to get my retirement
okay,
visa.
let's let this brother speak. He wants to talk. Go on, brother. Go on. You want to hug? Go on, brother. Speak. Go on.
My man got smoke for that.
I'll be quiet. He don't want me to talk to him.
I mean, I want to answer the question, bro, because I got some. I could like
hold on, guys. Hold on. We all, Dinas, you still there? We all off square. Dinas, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we've been at it for a couple of hours. Respect for the guests. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the show. So me and Diana's gonna rock for a minute. I appreciate everybody else coming on.
Thank you.
All right, peace, brothers. Appreciate everybody coming on. Passport Model, appreciate you coming on, brother.
Peace out.
All right. God damn, Nat get on here and cause a ruckus. All right, let me catch a super chat. D South Crown 35 with the $4.99 super chat says, I used to live in Pretoria, South Africa as a Marine security guard. It was very cheap there and the women were gorgeous. Nigeria is thumbs down. Okay. All right, guys. So Dinas, I want to appreciate you for coming on the show. Any closing thoughts before we go, or do you want to shoot some shots at Knack before you leave?
No. Listen, it's all love between me and Knockmeezy. Pause. You know, that's my brother. You know, I
cool.
have no issues with Knockmeezy. I wish the best for Knockmeezy, and not. In fact, I have a good friend of mine who loves Knockmeezy. He loves like when Knockmeezy comes on, he's like, yeah, Dinas, Knockmeezy, yeah, he's getting you because I'm now a fake. I'm now a fake. What am I now? I'm a
fake Black American.
No, yeah. I'm like a fake Black American now.
Oh, you're
so
tether.
I'm now classified as a tether.
Okay.
So I got a friend. Whenever Knockmeezy comes out, yeah, Dinas, you tether, you a teller now. Dinas, Knockmeezy's getting you teller. So it's all good, man. We need Knockmeezy to keep the conversation balanced. So I ain't got no problem with Knockmeezy.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise, brother. This is my brother Dinas. He and I go back and forth. Check his channel out for. I don't know if our interview is still up about Black Americans going to Africa for healing or whatever. We did a couple of shows, interviews or whatever. But look, wherever you go in the world, just make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research. Know people on the ground. Don't go with this rosy sort of rose gold colored glasses. Look for anywhere, especially the continent of Africa. It's very, very complicated. All right, and I'm gonna say peace with that.
All right, peace out, Nat. All right, Dinas, you want to tell them how to reach out, get any of your services, or I don't even call them services, but your tour packages or experiences.
Visit Donfo. That's DANFO.Africa. Again, visit Donfo.Africa.
What is it? DANFO.Africa?
Africa.
All right. Is this up here? This is right there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, man, I really appreciate you coming on the show. It's been a great dialogue, brother. It was great conversations, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for having me.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace.